changing that landscape non-stop. And the landscape's about to be changed again, too, when we confidently feel like we're going to eventually get a new crowning champion. With the way, Kenny Omega came out with a promo, and I literally, there's so many moments at tonight's show I was laughing out loud hysterically to myself. When Don Callis told Tony Schiavone to go in the corner and be the geriatric Tommy Bahama model that you are, I was just like, this guy has got punch after punch and hit after hit. And then the crowd, man, the crowd is so on fire all night. And that literally is like, the sixth man, they made such a difference. In every segment, they made such a difference. In this one especially, and then Don Callis is getting under the skin. Real men don't quit. They get fired. And so they are just eating it up. And a great pop from the Dark Order, too, when they debuted. Or not debuted, came out. And Evil Uno was cutting down Don. And then, of course, the cheesy little joke by Kenny Omega. But the cowboy shit chants. Yeah. I used that when I was in elementary school. But the cowboy shit chants were deafening. And as soon as I heard those chants, as soon as I started hearing those chants, I text you guys, I'm like, we got a new champ on our hands. I mean, the crowd is so behind it. I mean, Hangman's been over, yes. But as soon as this was a true test of like, who is still over essentially, or who is not, and it's going to continue to be over these next 3-4 weeks. And boy, was that Hangman pop. That was the biggest pop of the night, easily.
Easily. That's saying something when you look at, you had a debut, you had an in-ring debut, Andrade, you had, some the long way, you had to see Proud and Powerful go against FTR.
I know.
This card had a lot of big moments on it, folks. And SPD, I agree with you, man. How loud this crowd was for Hangman.
Yeah.
It came across. It was one of those moments where you could feel the energy sitting at home.
You really could.
This was a real, genuine moment. And I think that this is only going to build as we get closer and closer to All Out. AEW is doing a really great job of slow playing this, of allowing it to burn, and getting us to want more and more. There was a lot of physicality in this segment, but they did a nice job of keeping Kenny and Hangman kind of separated from each other,
right?
Them getting to that all-out brawl. Very smart play. It was a long-term play, and it has us wanting more, right? I think that, the jabs that Kenny has been giving Hangman, confidence and things like that, they're playing off of the history that these two had. I know that there was a thread that went viral about the whole story of Hangman's character.
Great props to him.
What an awesome if you guys have Twitter, there's some good stuff out there. There's a lot of people out there putting some good content out, and so to me, I think that this is going to be a story that it's clear. It's very evident from the first night we had live audiences back from COVID, when they hit the road here, that the crowd is going to be hot for this story, and I think that it's good too in the big picture for AEW, right? That we talked about this here at Dynamite Download. There's a lot of heel champions right now. And that worked great, and it certainly is fun when you have the good guys chasing the bad guys for the title. Of course. But I think now that AEW is going on the road, SPD, and they're getting these live crowds, it'll be nice to have some champions that people want to pop for, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And that we're not fighting that, it's just go all in and feel good about this champion, the guy. And I think that Hangman becoming world champion is going to really usher in a new era for AEW.
I completely agree, man. But, what kind of had me kind of like thinking about stuff is when they came out and talked about how he doesn't have a challenger for Fight for the Fallen. So that's end of this month. And do you think they're going to rush this to Fight for the Fallen, or are they going to, like, they've slow played this for this long? Do you think they go have a title match in 3 weeks?
I think that's too soon. I mean, I think
I would hope it's too soon because I want to see it All Out. I want to see it when we go, man.
I don't know.
Pop.
They could go into it and have a fall, have a dirty finish, that type of thing. And we've seen AEW embracing those dirty finishes more of late than
Yeah.
remember. So I can see that maybe happening, but personally, I'm with you, SPD. I think that this one, you should allow this to stretch out, allow this to be stretch it out. You should allow this to play out all the way to your big. I mean, All Out is that's a hell of a show for AEW. I know that all their pay-per-views mean something, and all their pay-per-views
Yeah.
are really important with the way that they lay it out. But I think All Out can be the Mac Daddy of the pay-per-views for AEW, and I think that the way that these stories are starting to shape up, honestly, SPD, I would have All Out be a real cleansing of the elite from AEW.
Yeah, that's good.
It would setting itself up perfectly for that. We got to see the Bucks come out on top later on in the main event of the show.
Of course, you heel.
Kenny has been dominating as champion thanks to the help of Don Callis and his buddies. But I think that if you had one night that really sent a shockwave, sent a message through the company and transformed the way it was going, I think that All Out is set to be the perfect stage to do just that.
That's a great point, man. That's a great point.